There are no use you're telling me they are going to be good. You're quite perfect. Pray, don't change.
No, Harry. I've done too many dreadful things in my life. I'm not going to do anymore. I began my good action yesterday.
Where were you yesterday?
In the country, Harry. I was staying at a little inn by myself.
My dear boy, anybody can be good in the country. There are no temptations here. That's the reason why people who live out of the town are so absolutely uncivilized. Civilization is not by any means an easy thing to attain to. There are only two ways by which man can reach it. One is being cultured, the other by being corrupt. Country people have no opportunity of being either, so they stagnate.
Culture and corruption. I've known something of both. It seems terrible for me now that they should ever be found together. For I have a new idea, Harry. I'm going to alter. I think I've altered.
You have not told me what your good action was, or did you say you had done more than me?
I can tell you, Harry, it's not a story I could tell to anyone else. I spare somebody. It sounds vain, but you understand what I mean. She was quite beautiful and wonderful like Sibyl Vane. I think it was that which first attracted me to her. You remember Sibyl, don't you? How long ago that seems? She was just a girl in a village, but I really loved her. I'm quite sure that I loved her. All during this wonderful May that we have been having. I used to run down and see her 2 or 3 times a week. Yesterday she met me in a little orchard. The apple suddenly I determined to leave her as I had found her.
I should think the novelty of the motion might have given you a thrill of real pleasure, Dorian. But I can't finish your idea for you. I gave you her advice and broke the heart. That was the beginning of your reformation.
Harry, you are so horrible. You must not say these dreadful things. Hetty's heart is not broken. Of course she cried and all that. But there is no disgrace upon her.
My dear Dorian, you have the most curiously boyish moods. Do you think this girl will ever be really contented now with anyone her own rank? I suppose she will be married someday to a rough cutter or a grinning postman? Well, the fact of having met you and loved you will teach her to despise her husband, and she will be wretched. From a moral point of view, I cannot say that I think much of your great renunciation. Even as a beginning, it is poor. Besides, how do you know what happiness is floating at the present moment?
I can't bear this, Harry. You mock at everything and then suggest the most serious tragedies. I'm sorry I told you now. I don't care what you say to me. I know I was right in acting as I did. Poor Hetty, as I rode past the farm this morning, I saw her while faced at the window, like a spray of jasmine. Don't let us talk about it anymore. And don't try to persuade me that the first good action I've done for years, the first little bit of self-sacrifice I've ever known, is really a sort of sin. I want to be better. I'm going to be better. Tell me something about yourself. What is going on in town? I've not been in the club for days.
The people are still discussing poor Basil's disappearance.
Should have thought they had got tired of that by this time.
My dear boy, they have been talking about it for 6 weeks, and the British public are really not equal to the mental strain of having more than one topic every 3 months. They have been very fortunately lately, however, they have had my own divorce case and Alan Campbell's suicide. Now they got the mysterious Grey Ulster disappearance. I suppose in about a fortnight we shall be told that he has seen in San Francisco. It is an odd thing, but everyone who disappears is said to be seen in San Francisco. It must be a delightful city, a possess of all the attraction of the next world.
What do you think has happened to Basil?
I don't know. I have no idea. But if he chooses to hide himself, this is not business of mine. But if he's dead, I don't want to think about him because that is the only thing that terrifies me. I hate it.
Why?
One can survive everything nowadays except that. Death and vulgarity are the only two factors in the 19th century that one cannot explain why. Let's have drinks. You must pay me some music. The man with whom my wife ran away is very cruel. Poor Victoria. I was very fond of her. The house is rather lonely without her. Of course, married life is merely a habit, a bad habit.
Was very fond of Basil. But don't people say that he was murdered?
Oh, some of the papers do. It does not seem to me to be at all probable. I know there are dreadful places in Paris, but Basil was not the sort of man to have gone to them. He had no curiosity.
What would you say, Harry, if I told you that I have murdered Basil?
I would say, my dear fellow, that you are posing for a character that doesn't suit you. All crime is vulgar, just as all vulgarity is crime. It is not in you, Dorian, to commit a murder. I am sorry if I hurt your vanity by saying so, but I assure you it is true. Crime belongs exclusively to the lower orders. I don't blame them in the smallest degree. I should fancy that crime was to them what art is to us, simply a method of procuring extraordinary sensations.
A method of procuring sensations? Do you think then that a man who has once committed a murder could possibly do the same crime again? Don't tell me that.
Oh, anything become a pleasure if one does it too often. Ha ha ha. This is one of the most important secrets of life, I should fancy. However, the murder is always a mistake. One should never do anything that one cannot talk about after dinner. But let us pause from poor Basil. I wish I could believe that he is all right, but I can't. I dare say he fell into the scene of an omnibus, and that the conductor hushed up the scandal. Yes, I should fancy that was his end. Do you know, I don't think he would have done much more good work. During the last 10 years, his painting had gone off very much. By the way, what has become of the wonderful portrait he did for you? I don't think I have ever seen it since you finished it. Oh, I remember you telling me years ago that you had sent it down to Selby and that it had gone misled or stolen on the way. You never got it back? What a pity! It was a really masterpiece. I remember I wanted to buy it. I wish I had it now. It belonged to Boss's past period. Since then, his work was the curious mixture of beat painting and good intention that I was entitled as a man to be called a representative British artist. Do you advertise it? You should.
Yeah, I suppose I did, but I never really liked it. I'm sorry I said for it. The memory of the thing is hateful to me. Why do you talk of it? It used to remind me of those curious lines in some play Hamlet. I think how do they run? Like the painting of a sorrow, a face without a heart. By the way, Dorian, what does it profit a man who gain the whole world and lose? How does the quotation run? His own soul?
Why do you ask me that, Harry?
My dear fellow, I asked you because I thought you might be able to give me an answer. That's all. I was going through the park last Sunday, and close by the Marble Arch, there stood a crowd of shabby-looking people listening to some Wall Street preacher. As I passed by, I heard the man yelling out that question to his audience. It struck me as being rather dramatic. London is very rich in curious effect of that kind.
Harry, the soul is a terrible entity. Can be bought and sold, and parted away. I can be poisoned or made buffet. There is a soul in each one of us. I know it.
Do you feel quite sure of that, Dorian?
Quite sure.
Then it must be an illusion. The things one feels absolutely certain about are never true. That is the fragility of faith and the lesson of romance. How brave you are! Don't be serious. What have you and I do was superstition of our age? No, we have given up our belief in the soul. Dorian, tell me, how you have kept your youth? You must have some secret. I'm only 10 years older than you, and I'm wrinkled and worn. You are wonderful, Dorian, yet never looked more charming than you do. You remind me of the day, the first day I saw you. You are cheeky, very shy, absolutely extraordinary. Now you have changed.
I'm not the same, Harry.
Yes, you are the same. I wonder what the rest of your life will be. Don't spoil it by your denunciation. At present, you are perfect type. Don't make yourself incomplete. You are quite flawless now. You need not shake your head. You know you are. Besides, Dorian, don't deceive yourself. Life is not governed by will or intention. You cannot change me, Dorian. You and I will always be friends.
You poisoned me with a book once. I should not forgive that, Harry. Promise that you will never lend that book to anyone. It does harm.
My dear boy, you are really beginning to moralize. You will soon be going out like the converted and the revivalists, warning people against all the sins of which you have grown tired. You are much too delightful to do that. Besides, it is no use. You and I are what we are, and we will be what we will be. As for being poisoned by a book, there is no such thing as that. Art has no influence upon action. It annihilates the desire to act. The books that the world calls immoral are books that show the world its own shape. That is all. We won't discuss literature. Come around to all.
Shall we come, Harry?
Certainly, the path is quite lovely now. I don't think there have been such lilacs since the year I met you.
Very well. I shall be here at 11. Good night, Harry.
In the warm evening air, Dorian walks home from Henry's house. He hears people gossiping about him as he passes. When Dorian reaches home, his servant is waiting up for him. He sends him to bed. He begins to think over some of the things that Lord Henry had said to him.
Is it true that people can't really change? I know I ruined myself. Can I change back?
Dorian regards his own beautiful face in the mirror, and suddenly is filled with self-loathing. He throws the mirror down.
I'm perfectly safe from the law and from anyone ever knowing about the things I have done. After all, Basil had painted the prostrate that had made my life. I can't forgive him this.
In the room, Dorian strikes the hanging from the portrait.
There's no chance that the prostrate looked even worse. The blood stain on hand looked even brighter and more like bloody newly split. Why? Should I confess all my crimes? The idea is monstrous. We will believe me? There is no threat on the murdered man. There's only one bit of evidence left against me, the picture itself. There is the evidence. I should have destroyed it instead of keeping it so long. It has been like concern to me.
He looks around and saw the knife that had stabbed Basil. He had cleaned it so many times, till there is no stain left upon it. Dorian stabs the portrait. Two gentlemen, who passing by, stop and look up to the great house. They walk on till they meet a policeman and bring him back. After a quarter of an hour, they got a few men to creep upstairs. There is no reply when they knock the door. They discover something terrible. The portrait restored to its youth and beauty. Lying on the floor is a dead man, with a knife in his heart. He is withered, wrinkled, and lopsided of visage. Servants realize that it is Dorian Gray when they look at the corpse ring.